Welcome to Mykonos. We have already learned that the roads are, to put it mildly, horrible.
Awful.
Yeah. But on this trip we're going to do things a little bit differently.
We're gonna have a mission
to show you what Mykonos is all about. When I hear Mykonos, the first thing that comes to mind are of course beaches. What about you?
also, and here we are.
So let's check some of them out. Found our favorite, Calo Elia. It's snorkeling time. There's one big issue with this. It's not the cold water, but it's the naked people everywhere. So if you see people blurred with body parts that are blurred, it's because of they're naked. This is on the southern side of the island. There are more famous ones like the
Paradise or Super Paradise or Mykonos beach.
We tried going there yesterday and the parking was just too expensive. And here we can park. And full. Here we can park for free.
And the passes aren't that expensive. A day pass is 20 euro, and if you want to go from one beach to another and back, it's 10. So that's okay. Anyway, on all southern beaches you can rent sunbeds and umbrellas for about 15 to 40 euro. It depends on the beach.
The reason why we chose this area is because there's no wind. Because on Mykonos this is a huge factor, especially when we went to that on the northern side.
On Focus Beach, which is also really nice.
But it was really windy, so we always have to find places where it's not that windy. But on the southern side, it's a little bit better. Well, when we're talking about the parking and prices, unfortunately the rumors are true. Mykonos was a little bit more expensive than we expected.
Not just parking, also food.
Gas is, for example, unleaded 95 is €1.90. So now I'm really happy that we have a small car which doesn't need all that fuel. Besides beaches and nightlife, Mykonos is also famous for its architecture. White buildings, colorful doors and fences and everything. Or as Google Map says, Mykonos town. This is the place, the central place of the island where everything happens. I have to admit I was skeptical when we came, but after 10 minutes, it looks kind of good.
Cool.
Look at this narrow street. No, stuck.
Here's easier.
The street called me fat. It's full of these winding alleys and streets. And the legend says that it was made like this to keep the pirates away so that they would get lost. But there's a practical reason for this: the wind, so that the wind gets lost. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and if you...
We are the only ones, and some cats.
Yeah. getting up so early for photos, Simona?
I prefer sleeping.
She's not really a morning person. But the fun thing is now it's almost 7:30 and there's...
Less people than at 6 o'clock.
So because at 6 o'clock the parties are still going on, but now everyone's asleep. Another important thing to know about Mykonos is the best way to get around. We rented a car, which was for 6 days 135, I think. How do you like it?
It's fine. We got a VW up, which is good. Small. If you rent a car, rent a small one because there's not a lot of space and the streets can be quite narrow. And
today is the 1st of June and we are already having a little bit of problems with finding parking spots, so I cannot imagine how this looks in high season. But about the roads, this is another thing. As we said at the beginning, they're horrible. I mean, the main road is pretty okay, normal and everything, but the side roads, narrow, blind turns, steep, and some of the side roads are not even paved.
let's take a look at some roads.
Traffic Mykonos style. I'm not complaining about the roads we take anymore. This is narrow. Oh. Are they serious? Shit. Welcome to Mykonos! We've just arrived to one of the most popular sunset spots in Mykonos, because as you know, this is also a thing here, chasing the sunsets.
So we are going to the Sunset Bar 180.
And this is it. We couldn't have imagined a better spot and time for the ending of our trip. Final thoughts on Mykonos, Simona?
I liked it, I have to say, and I would come back.
I have to be honest, it wasn't love at first sight from my side, but I could see as the days went on, you were getting more and more smitten by Mykonos. But now I have to say I really liked it. One thing I resent the most are the prices maybe, but other than that, the wind is now gone.
Maybe the crowds.
Maybe the crowd.
So come pre-season or after the high season and I think you will enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really nice.